Hello you, welcome to Geekism and welcome to Above the Fold. This is an early access title. It comes out on the 3rd of December, so a few days from now. The developer very kindly got hold of a copy for me, a named copy, look at that, so I can't be even cheeky and let somebody else have a go, it's all mine. Thank you very much to Azili, awesome Twitch streamer and friend who put me onto this one. Looks really fun. It's basically creating a newspaper, which is quite an interesting idea, I think. Above the fold being a term used, so like if you look at the front of a piece of newspaper when it's folded in half on the shelf, so that top half of the front page, that's the above the fold, that's the important stuff. It's a term used in YouTube as well, actually. The top 3 lines of the description, that's known as the above the fold as well. Anyway, I digress. We're going to dive in with a new game. Like I said, it's coming out into early access on the 3rd of December, but most of feature-wise, it's pretty much all there, alright? The only thing they're really going to be working on now is, as you could probably guess, is graphics, art style. A lot of Kenny stuff in there, a lot of still to do graphics and things. So a lot of programmer graphics in there. But overall, apparently the actual core gameplay is all there. I'm going to click through because it gives you a random thing here. I would like quite a liberal newspaper, purely because I'm not saying one's right or the other, but I'm relatively liberal. I read liberal newspapers, so I've got a slightly better idea as to what a liberal newspaper is looking for, I guess, although I haven't actually got further than this screen, to be honest, so I haven't really no idea how the game works, to be honest. Come on, it's something like 70, there we go, 71% liberal, that'll do. It gives us 26 grand to start off with and just under 3,000 starting subscribers with a 27% of middle-aged readers, and it's called The Good Burn Gun. That's an awful name, but okay. The Good Burn Gun is a paper, so that's a little bit telling you about it. I did read this screen, so here's how we start off with then. 71% liberal, our typical reader is 47, blue collar male with 2 kids, a bachelor degree and an average income, and he's still liberal, okay. Alright, I don't want to get too political here, but that's good. Finances then, we've got no salaries going out, but we do pay for the office. We make money from newspaper subscriptions and classifieds. That's crazy, man. People pay for this advert, pay for the paper, and it's got adverts in it. We don't currently have any adverts going. We've got none ending soon for the same reason. We've got no recent issues for the same reason, and we're currently sat in the middle, but we'd like to be an in-depth, fair coverage independent paper. We'll see how we get on for that. And awards, that's not something that we're worried about just yet. So, start a new day. Here we go. So here's the game. We can now see the map. So here's the map, and then things come and go. These little pictures here are stories. So weapons jam, global conflict, politically neutral. These ones here, these are staff. So we're going to click here and we're going to hire somebody. 40, 10 years experience, no kids, interests, history. And what about here? Dislikes business. I would like a business reader. I kind of like the idea of doing a sort of like business paper. Business and tech, because again, that's the kind of stuff I read, although it doesn't really look like we've got much to choose from. Interests, health and fashion. We're definitely not interested in doing a fashion newspaper. Did the other one go? I'd have hired them. Offbeat. I think we'll go history then. Hire you, yes. Okay, so now we can give you a story. Photos found during April Fools. Lifestyle, we want something. This is going to be the above the fold one. Trouble in libraries everywhere. It's a conservative story, though. We don't really want to do. We want to kind of keep it liberal, sort of politically neutral. There we go. Many fail in development. That sounds good. Please confirm. Assign this story to active reporter. Yes. Okay. Are they writing that now then? Okay, so let's have a look about hiring another business. There we go. Yes, we want you. Let's go and find a good business story then. Climate, crime. What else have we got? Something down here. Climate, politically liberal, agree in development. Let's go for that one then. That sounds good. So we go for a big development issue. Okay. How about another member of and how do we find ads? Do we have to get a copy out first before ads start coming in? Fashion. I mean, no. Let's find another. We need another reporter, don't we? Let's see who we got. A duck. What's that? Confusion is a myth. I'm assuming these are all made up by by an algorithm. Doesn't look like there's anyone else looking for a job. Is that it? Is that our 2 stories today? Okay, so skip to deadline then. So many fail in development. That's going to be our big story. Okay, and then agreements in development. Okay. Print. We've got no ads. Issue importance score 41. 1 new people became a subscriber. Of these, they're liberal. Nobody cancelled. Okay. The issue is climate themed. Content mostly appeared to adult readers, followed by middle-aged readers. That's okay. Political stance is 57 liberal and this fairly politically fair issue. Angry letters received 1. 70% of the content was written in-house. The rest was reprints of popular pieces from the past, public service announcements, and news telegrams. Well, that's no good. We want we'd rather something come in, but we made a bit of money. We're losing a lot of money. Losing mega money. Upgrades? Ah, okay. Contacts in academia adds the importance of economy stories. Helps with IT problems needed for advanced tech. Helps prevent loss of happiness from the daily grind. Base quality of all stories by 5%. That sounds pretty good. Long time favorite crosswords and 5% extra subscribers per issue. Good source of entertainment increases importance of related stories. Business stories. So we could go for business or we could go for interns. Just no, or stock photography. Yeah, let's go for stock photography. Okay, so that's doing that, I hope. Our credibility hasn't really moved. The subscribers is all fine. So today it's all about adverts then. How do we get adverts? Because we are not going to make anywhere near enough money by just running stories. Let's see if we can find it. There's a business story. Yeah. And there we go. So Jessica, you're good at history. Crime and business. Yeah, we're going to take you on. Sports. Economy, health, entertainment, crime, politically neutral. Yes. Did I get it in time? Yes. So who doesn't have a story? This history writer doesn't have a story. Let's find something that they can do a story about. Arts and culture. Yeah, go on then. It's close. History and arts and culture kind of go hand in hand, don't they? I don't see any more staff. So really it is all about advertising revenue now. Unless a better story comes along. Health, offbeat, business, conservative. Q and Z to cycle through reporters. Okay. Oh, my phone's going off. Okay. Hold on here 1 moment, folks. Okay, developer just got back to me because I was asking how to do ads and stuff, and apparently they're on the map as well. They come up as little bits of money, so we're going to have to go scaring. So, we've got 4 angry letters. Nice. We didn't gain... we got 2 new subscribers, but we lost 2. So we're net really there. 21% of the content was written in the house. That's good. A politically judicious issue, which means it's about... same, maybe slightly liberal. Okay, let's try again then. So day number 3. Let's so first of all, our liberal crime writer is going to do a crime politically neutral story. That's good. Very liberal business writer. Let's have a look. Oh, we'll take you on as well because we're always looking for new staff. Your crime and climate as well. Climate, okay, we could do climate. Is the climate the one that looks like that? There we go. Liberal business. Oh, you could write a. That'd be interesting to see whether they were liberal, but the story was conservative. Conservative. Let's have a look. See if we've got a history one. The history is the plane, right? Let's see if we've got something. No, we might have to give you something else. Sports. You know what? Sports, whatever. You're not going to be too happy about that, are you? So they've all got stories, not necessarily suitable. So really, we could do with looking for some ad revenue. The problem is we might. You can give a crappy story to start off with. Okay, so now we're looking for ad revenue. Comes up on the map as little stacks of cash, apparently. So I think the idea is that we just kind of play Where's Wally? One of our writers isn't too happy because we've got him doing a fluff piece. But do you know what? You have to start somewhere, kiddo. It's a tough business, this. Can't see any ad revenue at all. Oh, what's that one? Politics. That probably wouldn't have played. There's a. Oh, that's global conflict, that one. Oh, what does history look like then? Well, maybe that one was history. There we go. That's crime. So that's the bomb. The bomb is crime. Okay. History. History's the book. Right. Okay. Who's the one who's not happy? There. Oh, it went. I was going to say you could rewrite some crap. I can't see any money anywhere. I would really like. Maybe we've got to be knocking out decent issues before anyone's interested in paying us some cash. Cold hard cash. We need ads. We need to run them ads. I know all about having to make money off ads. We're going to have to go for it. We're going to run out of time otherwise. It's 7:30. I mean, I know that, you know, they get printed in the middle of the night, don't they? But even still, it's going night time. Alright, well, skip to deadline then. We've got 5 stories to put in. So our big story is going to be trouble at an all-time low. Let's do a happy episode. There we go. Gang violence during April Fools is next. Trouble on the rise, though. It's at an all-time low, but it's on the rise. There we go. We've got a pretty decent spread here. Go. Oh! Gubry's darling own playwright, Klaus von Schnob, has a new playout. It's not very good, but maybe we should recommend it anyway. Keep the review honest. Okay. That was interesting. 5 new subscribers. We lost 2, so we're +3. That's good. It's an increase. We're a bit liberal. That issue. 1 angry letter. And nearly half the content was written in-house. Okay, so we're still working towards this. 3 days left. Okay, so back to the office. How are we doing for money? Finances. We've got 21,000. Okay, we need to get ads going. It's definitely not here, is it? That's just telling us how many there is. Okay. Right, today is all about the ads. Okay, let's get some stories going. New, local news, arts and culture. Local news, arts and culture. Arts and culture, there you go, yes. Okay, next. Crime and business. Let's find you a crime and or business story. Come on, there's got to be something here. History. Let's go with something more interesting going on in town. Some science stuff. Do we have a science writer? We have a climate. Shocking news. An all-time low. Business and history. Crime and business. So it's all about the crime and business, this paper. But there we go. That's politics. Should we give you the... We'll say it's local politics. I know you're not too happy about that. Business and history. Let's have a look. What we got? Huh. It's a quiet news day. Slow news day today. We could do with something going on. But there is very, very little going on in town today. There's a story here about... Oh, that's local news. Okay. Local news. Yes, write that one instead. You'll be happy about that. Okay, so we're looking for a book or a briefcase. Book or a briefcase. There's a briefcase. Go. So a briefcase or... I think it's a bomb, the crime one. I think it's like a proper old school bomb. That's economy. A wallet is economy. Okay, try and remember that. Because they are going to come in handy knowing what they are in the future, aren't they? Let's have a look. Okay, it really is a slow news day today. Might have to give you some science thing, you know. Oh, that was an ad then. I think we might have just missed the ad. Is there a way to zoom out? Who's not got a story? You've not got a story. History. Very little history going on today. You're going to have to just have some... Sorry. Because it's 7:30. Flowers. I feel like I'm missing something with these ads. Because we're hemorrhaging cash. Now there's history. Let's change you. There you go. What's the plane again? Global conflicts. That's it. Oh, that's the end of the day. Okay, so... Confusion leads to death. That sounds like a top story to me, doesn't it? Shocking news at an all-time low. An agreement in public places. Spring showers in national parks. And an influence on an old story. Print. 17 new people. Woo! Okay, good. Very liberal. Okay. Let's do one more day. I am determined to get a goddamn advert in. Okay, so here we've got a lump of stories here. So, local news and culture. I've just seen a culture one. Has it already gone? You've got to be quick on these. There's a culture one. Politically liberal. Yes. Okay, you should be happy with that. Crime and climate. There was a climate over here. I bet it's long gone now. Oh no, here we go. There we go. Business and history. History it is. Crime and business. Very little crime going on, isn't there? We need some more awful stuff. Oh, there. Yes, yes. Pizza advert. Go. Look at that. I clicked that without even reading it. Look. I was like, yeah, give me the ad. Give me that. A lot of economy going on today. A lot of economy stories and history. There's a business one. Politically neutral business. Yeah, okay. And history. Politically neutral history, yeah. Right, we've got full stories now, so let's just keep an eye out for some ads then, hey? Because that's, we're only half one and we're written. I don't think they actually need time to write, you know? Like, I think you can give it in the last minute and they're okay with it. But at least we've got it was a pizza advert. Imagine that, having a newspaper with one advert in it. That pizza place is going to be heaving busy tomorrow. Everyone's going to be like, listen, I looked through the paper for somewhere to eat. And you were the only place. Man, they'd even be like, listen, I was looking through the paper for somewhere to buy a shirt, and like you were the only advert, so I thought I'd try. Do you have any shirts? No, just pizza. Oh, okay. Just pizza. The company feels that their voice is too different from the Goodbury Sun. They are not interested in advertising in the paper at this time. Well, jib off. Absolute cuddle ducks. It's starting to get dark. Could we squeeze one more ad in? One more ad would really help us out. Seeing as somebody turned us... There's one. The Sunny Sandal Store. Sandals and pizzas. We're on it. We're all over sandals and pizzas. Let's call it a day. Skip to the deadline. So the big story today has got to be the trouble affecting cities, with influence in the streets and the real estate being problems that come off that. An accident in an old story and escalating among Goodburians. I don't know what that means. Prince. Oops, turns out one of the stories in the last issue had a major error in it. Publisher correction. Happy to publish a correction. So let's have a look at advertisers then. What did we earn? We had 2 advertisements running 10 inches of the 400 inches then. So finance-wise, we made a bit of money there. Advertisements sold were $600. Woo! Is that upgrade done yet? One more day. Okay. But otherwise... Did we actually make any money then? We've still got 21 grand. Not quite sure how that works, to be honest with you. But at least we got a couple of ads in there, hey. I think I'll leave it there. Listen, this seems like it might be quite fun to play along with. This seems a little bit like a sort of cup of coffee game, you know. It'd work quite well on an iPad, I reckon. Just sort of chill out and throw some stories together and have some fun with it. It's good, and I think a graphical polish and a UI polish will really, really help it out. But I think it is a little bit long way to release it. But to be honest with you, they've even said that they're looking at releasing sort of 2020. So, you know, still a good chunk of development time there to kind of flesh it out a little bit. And it'd be nice to see maybe some more like feedback, you know, like this angry letters. What does that mean? Is that a number I can do something about? Or maybe even show me a couple of angry letters, you know, actually write something like, I didn't like this article, or this article didn't fit with what your paper's normally about, or something like that. That'd be quite cool. A little bit more feedback. And usually with these sort of tycoon and management games, it's all about feedback, okay? So that really does help. You know, does this number shifting? Is what I'm doing shifting that number? Or is that number always the same? That kind of thing. We're now considered to be I hope that means we're independent. Yeah, so these bars going this way means we're independent. So we've got fair, coverage, and independent. So yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping for, really. Do we level up our staff? You know, managed reporters. They've got. Oh, you're pretty low news, but then you're conservative, to be fair. So you might just not be happy working in a liberal paper, you know. Their skill and level multiplied by mood to a story's base importance score. Okay. Good. Yeah, so there's lots of feedback. I think it just needs to be sort of made to look pretty, really, you know, shine it up a bit. But yeah, interesting little title. Looking forward to seeing more from it. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, you can wishlist the game on Steam. Let the developers know that you're interested. Let them know that I sent you as well. That'd be really awesome. And if you've enjoyed the video, you can click like. It really does help out the channel. And if you're new here, don't forget to click subscribe. Any thoughts, queries, or suggestions, you can pop them down in the comments. If you fancy a chat, you can find me on Twitter. I'm at JohnTSparrow. If you'd like to join in with the Geekism community, you can do so over on our Geekism Discord server. You'll find the link for that in the description. And thank you very much to all of our... Sorry, I had to sit myself up then. I was sliding down the chair. Thank you to all of our patrons through their generous support at patreon.com/geekism. They make these videos possible. And don't forget to check out the affiliate links in the description. Get yourself some cheap games and other goodies whilst helping out the channel as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.